Any form of sabotage has been ruled out of Wednesday's major blackout. Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzales said this was indicated in a report from T&TEC which was submitted to the Prime Minister. Sunil Lalla reports.
It is quite clear that there was no sabotage.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has received a preliminary report from T&TEC on Wednesday's major outage, which ruled out any form of human sabotage. And following an emergency National Security Council meeting on Thursday morning, Minister Stuart Young says a team of independent experts will now analyze and provide recommendations following the major disruption.
So we're looking forward to that. Of course, the timeline has not yet been decided, but we do know it has to happen as urgently as possible. We need to identify the persons, which will be done shortly.
T&TEC's General Manager Kelvin Ramsuk admitted that there were significant issues to restore power.
All the capacity in this country, in terms of generation capacity, is on the lower half of this country, right, from central to south. And therefore, you now have to deal with bringing that capacity up on the grid. And to do that, you have to be careful in terms of your voltages.
Meanwhile, Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines praised the police service for their commitment.
Public wouldn't know, but it provides an opportunity for terrorists. It provides an opportunity for extreme social disorder, and we were able to avoid and avert some of that last evening, and we are more than grateful.
And the Police Commissioner MacDonald Jacobs said aside from 2 incidents, a shooting at a PTSC compound and a robbery at a service station along the Beetham Highway, no other incidents were reported.
Yes, there were other situations that occurred in other divisions, but there was no correlation to the blackout.
Minister Young also dispelled claims that there were any issues with the supply of gas, unlike an event which occurred in 2013. Sunil Lalla, TTT News.
Trinidad Generation Unlimited has confirmed that it experienced a total loss of facility power generation at 12:52 p.m. on Wednesday due to a fault at the T&TEC Gandhi Village substation. In a statement on Thursday, the company said this caused all generating machines at TGU to trip, leading to a loss of its power supply to T&TEC. It added that it was subsequently informed that all other independent power producers also lost total facility generation. TGU said, in consultation with T&TEC, it immediately initiated its process to restart its generators to allow for a gradual restoration of power supply to the national grid. The company said it remains committed to providing a reliable supply of power to the nation and will work together to achieve this goal.
In more news, Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzales said while most of WASA's water treatment plants and production wells were up and running, there was an issue with one of the desalination plants. He noted that while things did not normalize yet, water production would be ramped up.
One of the desal plants did not come into operation, that is at 7 Seas in Point Fortin. The desalcot plant at Point Lisas, they were producing water this morning to the tune of about 5 million gallons of water per day. So things did not normalize as we expected at the desal plants, but I am hoping that by the end of today, the desalcot will go back up and ramp up their production to 40 million gallons of water per day.
Mr. Gonzales also responded to why mobile users, particularly from TSTT, were affected during the outage.
Some of the generators, or rather transmitters, can stay on stream for 4 hours because they are battery powered. Unfortunately, because of the extent of the outage, a lot of the transmitters went out of service, causing a disruption in the telecommunication services to a number of customers across Trinidad and Tobago.
The minister said this situation was outside of their control, but lauded T&TEC, who he said were committed and would be ready again to respond to any sort of emergency.